What's up, guys? So I was playing Deltarune, hugging Ralsei as usual, and I got a request from a user named Gort in my Discord server, pretty nice guy, and he told me to react to this video, and he said it's pretty cringe, so I don't know what I'm getting myself into. I do remember this video in a way, but I have never watched it myself. But let's take this chance to watch it, I guess, and probably suffer.
You know, it's...
Okay, so first of all, I see the crusty old man, so not going too well so far.
never a good idea to become a martyr for your beliefs. I mean, look at what happened to Jesus. But hey, this is...
Are you really comparing your opinion on Ralsei's gender to Jesus? I mean, that's a pretty big jump.
The internet, it won't be that bad, right?
I'm so confused. First you talk about Jesus, then you're talking about My Little Pony. Like, what is the video about? You can never stay consistent.
I'm sure people will totally let me explain my point of view and have thoughtful discourse with me regarding their point of view. Oh god. Jesus thinks he had it bad! I'm the one who's about to get crucified! But...
this is just... It's shocking that you'd even compare your opinion on whether Ralsei has boobs or not to Jesus' crucifixion. That's pretty fucked.
It's what I do for the sake of the world. In fact, I'm sure many people were already triggered by the title and are definitely triggered.
Yes, because it's wrong.
From that intro.
Don't! I wonder why people were triggered. Probably because you're comparing Jesus to your opinion on a fucking fictional goat.
And are already writing their preemptive counter-argument before even watching this video. That's okay.
That is so insane. This guy, like, treats himself like he's this angel who speaks the truth, and anyone who disagrees with him is some actual demon who's trying to attack him. Saying Ralsei is a girl is like saying Hitler was right. Who the fuck says that? Who the fuck actually thinks that? Because spoiler alert, no one.
This is the world we live in now. Thanks, Obama. I mean, for the healthcare, so I can see a doctor.
What are you talking about? First you talk about Jesus, then you talk about Hitler, then you talk about Obama. This is a Deltarune video, not fucking politics galore. Jesus Christ.
For this crucifixion. Okay, I'm just going to say it. I believe that Ralsei is a girl.
Which he's not.
And I want to tell you why!
I will probably not listen to you. Disclaimer, I will probably not listen to you. Because you probably have very dumb shit to say. Probably have very dumb shit to say. Whatever.
Well, nothing bad seems to have happened.
We have found the witch! May we burn her!
This looks like this guy looks like he animates fetish videos.
Before we get into the thick of it, this video isn't sponsored.
I mean, he probably has a fetish because he thinks Ralsei is a girl.
By anything but our We Came to Conquer shirt, because Treesicle is straight.
We're not gonna be buying this. Seriously.
And therefore aliens. And we've got sweet new merch! You can grab it at pixelempire.com.
I don't even know who you are.
/Treesicle and get 10% off with code Treesicle. Just click the link in the description to check it out. Now back to it! Alright, lovely people, in my last Deltarune video, you may have noticed a tiny little detail that I put in the video. I said,
no, because I don't watch your dumb Deltarune videos, because they will probably give me AIDS.
That I believed Ralsei is a girl, and the internet exploded. Not to mention the reveal.
Just because Ralsei has feminine, he looks feminine, does not mean he is a girl. Yeah, ever heard of femboys?
Of Ralsei being a girl at the very end of the game.
Yeah, they got angry because it's wrong. As I fucking said. They got angry because you're dead wrong.
The comment section was insane. People were angry, possibly more angry than any other video we've ever made. Well, except for our Subnautica video. Sorry, Ryan. But let's not disturb the dead. Holy guacamole, grape nuts were people upset.
You actually speak like a white person. Holy guacamole, cheese and crackers. Oh, people were so angry. I'm being harassed. I'm the victim.
Thought I was assuming Ralsei's gender based on the color pink. They thought I was just straight up lying or stupid. There were so many people
and they'd be right.
Upset by this that I felt I had to make a video to explain myself and this idea, even though it doesn't change anything in the thesis of that video. It was a single sentence comment, but for some reason if I get a detail wrong in people's eyes, suddenly the entire video is untrue. There's definitely a bit of an all or nothing mentality.
Alright, this I agree on. I didn't watch his previous Deltarune video or where he stated this originally. But it's kind of dumb to say his whole theory is wrong just because of a sentence that doesn't even have anything to do with the theory. This is probably the only time I will actually agree with him. People definitely have an all or nothing mentality, which is not healthy. But what he said is still fucking dumb.
Out there. So before you go off telling me about how I'm still wrong and don't have a soul and will likely be used by Satan as a toothpick in the afterlife,
I don't know who says this. Like, who actually says the things that this guy is saying? Is he just trying to victimize himself or something?
Just maybe give me a chance to try and explain my thoughts on this topic. You don't even have to agree when I'm done, but we would be insane.
Yeah, I probably won't agree.
To not consider all possibilities when it comes to Deltarune and Toby Fox.
What the fuck does Toby Fox or Deltarune have to do with your dumbass theory that Ralsei is a girl?
Right. I mean, this is the guy who made Undertale. Why are we leaving any possibilities out? Alright.
What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I feel I've properly set myself up for failure, so let's
Yes, you've set yourself up for more than failure, definitely.
Into this idea.
Yeah, he's alright.
Ralsei is an anagram for Azrael. So many people were like, how can you not see this? My blind uncle from Ecuador who fell into a volcano 20 years ago and was never heard from again texted me because he saw it. Yeah, I saw it too. I absolutely knew Ralsei's name was an anagram before writing that script. A ton of people are taking this anagram as proof of Ralsei being Azrael.
And yeah, that I also agree on. He's not Azrael. That's a pretty dumb thing to say. He's definitely not Azrael. And I have a lot of reasons to think that. But I will not be discussing them right now. If you want to bash at me, if you want to clash, just leave it in the comments. And I won't try to victimize myself like this guy. Don't worry.
Which I would reply, what? You all know Deltarune is an anagram for Undertale, right? And yet we know straight from Toby Fox's mouth/Twitter account that this world is not the same world as Undertale. So why would we expect another anagram to be the same as what it was in Undertale? Now I know this isn't going to be enough for people to convince them otherwise. The mob is still coming and they want my skull as a juicy—
Yeah, oh, the mob who oppresses me and fucking demonizes me. Yeah, the angry mob who wants my head on a stake. Yeah, what mob? What mob exactly?
Juice goblet. But before I get buried under the comments and crushed to death, let's entertain the idea of Ralsei being Azrael.
Let's not.
If Ralsei was Azrael, why is he so short? We know Azrael is off in college in this world. That means that Azrael is going to look way older than Ralsei does. Look at what Azrael looks like from Undertale as he's flying around trying to rainbow beam us to death. That's about college age. Late teens, maybe early 20s. He's pretty big, tall horns, slim stature. He looks like a healthy goat. This is in contrast to Toriel and Asgore, who are older, and Azrael's younger self that we see at the end of Undertale. Between all these goat models, it's obvious which one Ralsei looks like the most, the youngest Azrael. Since we know Azrael is college age in this game, it doesn't make any sense to me how Azrael could be Ralsei, but that's just one group of people who are convinced Ralsei is Azrael. There's—
Yeah, I agree with this guy on that. Unfortunately, yeah, Azrael's not Ralsei. Hate to break it to you.
an entire other group who shouted at me, "Female goats don't have horns, you dongs hater!" I don't know where this idea came from. We literally have a female goat in the game and she has horns. Also, the quickest Google search will show you that goats of both genders can have horns. So that's not proof at all that Ralsei isn't a girl. Also, young Asriel didn't have horns! Obviously, we can't determine the exact age of Asriel in this picture versus Ralsei during Deltarune, but look at their faces from the dialogue boxes. Ralsei doesn't really look like young Asriel. Here's another image of Asriel from Undertale right before we fight him. Does this look like Ralsei to you? Basically, no. I just think anyone who is assuming Ralsei is Asriel because of the name anagram and goatfulness is willingly dismissing the fact that they don't look the same. True. And I know people are going to comment about the save point immediately after meeting Ralsei, which describes Ralsei as a prince, and we have "the power of fluffy boys shines within you." This is our perception of Ralsei having just met them. It isn't proof that Ralsei is a boy. It's just how we see them as of this moment.
This fucking guy, man. So you see right in front of you proof that Ralsei is a prince, a boy. And then you just say, "Oh, well, that's how we think of him. That's how we think." Oh my god. Then you're just gonna dismiss the fact that in this legend of the Deltarune, he is referred to as a prince of the dark. I don't know, man.
It's also just good meme material. Now, why else do I think Ralsei is a girl? I think the primary reason people believe Ralsei is a boy is because of the whole Asriel connection and because they refer—
No, it's because he is referred to as a prince.
—themselves as a prince.
Exactly! So how is he not a boy?
But I think I've thoroughly shown that first one isn't true. However, I still think there's more solid proof that Ralsei is a girl, and most of it comes from Susie. When Ralsei does her big reveal here, what is she revealing? Most people assumed she was revealing herself to be Asriel. Again, I think I've shown that's not the case. Also, if this was an Asriel reveal, wouldn't we have some reaction to our brother being there? Also, what if Asriel was Ralsei? Wouldn't we have all—
So I thought that you were done with the Asriel is not Ralsei thing. So why do you keep babbling about it? Like you don't have any valid points there.
Already met him? He's literally our brother. We shared a room growing up. Ralsei wouldn't be saying, "I really enjoyed meeting you too." Sorry, there's just so much evidence for this not being Asriel. Even as I'm writing this, more keeps coming up. But anyway, Susie reacts to Ralsei's reveal. What is Susie reacting to? It's not Ralsei being Asriel, and it's certainly not Ralsei being a goat. We already know Susie knows our mom. She knows what a goat looks like. Susie likely even had our mom as a—
maybe she's surprised that Ralsei is a goat because, you know, you haven't seen their face prior? I mean, his face prior? So, I don't know, man.
A teacher growing up. It's a pretty small school. So what is Susie reacting to here? The only thing that makes sense to me is that Susie had been assuming Ralsei's gender like everyone else. Toby showed this by having Susie call Ralsei dude the entire game. And it's reinforced right at this moment. Susie says, "Can barely hear you, dude." Then Ralsei reveals herself. Susie freaks out, has a buttload of question marks for dialogue, and then says, yeah, sure, dude, haha." Now,
she calls him dude again. So what's your point?
I use dude for any gender during our streams. Twitch.tv/treeschool. We even use the term dude neutral because of this. But we have to use that term because so many people still use dude as a masculine only noun. Look at Susie's face here. She's surprised by Ralsei. And then her dialogue is her unsure of what to say. This isn't because Ralsei is Asriel. This isn't because Ralsei is a goat. There's literally only one explanation for it. Susie had been assuming Ralsei was a guy the entire time and had her mind blown when she found out Ralsei was a girl. That's my reasoning for saying Ralsei was a girl in my last Deltarune video. But even if you still don't believe it, even if you're still like, "Nah, Grant, you're an idiot, Ralsei—"
Yeah, you're an idiot.
obviously a guy and he's obviously Azrael. Get your mind out of the goat anus! It doesn't really make a huge difference. The entire point of that last video was to explain that the legend of Deltarune is likely not going to play out the way we think. Even if Ralsei is a guy and I'm completely wrong, don't you find it weird that Ralsei is supposed to be a prince but has no servants? Sure, Ralsei might be a prince from another castle, but then look at the 3 other kings we see all sad and imprisoned within the dungeon. None of them are goats! Wouldn't one of these kings need to be a goat to be Ralsei's dad? Goatology says so! Isn't it also strange that we run into another prince from the dark, aka Lancer? Isn't it weird that despite us being told this entire legend about how the world is going to end and only 3 of us can save it, we don't? We don't do anything to save the world. We just go home. All I was trying—
No, you seal the dark fountain, which stops darkness from covering the world and the roaring to get freed. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What would be the point of Deltarune if you just went home? You make no sense.
to say was that this legend likely has a stronger impact on our real world, the Lightner's world, than we originally realized. We shouldn't be taking this legend at face value. Ralsei could be lying to us, especially if I'm right and she is a girl. If Ralsei is a girl, that means she completely lied to us about being a prince, and possibly about the legend. So we gotta watch our back. But even if I'm wrong, that doesn't change this issue. What if Ralsei is mistaken and believes that—
Haha, you're so funny. Get it, guys? Cause butt sounds like booty. Just like the booty that I ate before I made this video.
the prince from the dark when it's supposed to be Lancer. Don't get hung up on this one detail. No matter how you look at it, there's one person claiming to be a prince from the dark and another we meet who definitely is a prince from the dark. That bugs me. It doesn't seem right, and I think it's going to end up playing a huge role in the future of this story. Ralsei being a girl just makes this issue of two princes even more apparent. But even if you think I'm wrong, which is totally fine by the way, that—
Yeah, I think you're wrong. I think you're fucking stupid.
doesn't change the issue. We're all entitled to our own opinions and thoughts. This is mine. I hope you gave it some thought, and maybe I even convinced you, but if not—
No, you didn't convince me. All you've been saying is, oh, Ralsei is a girl. I'm just gonna fucking dismiss all the evidence, lay it down right in front of my eyes that he's actually a boy, like when he's referred to as a prince of the dark. I cannot with you, honestly, man. This is so dumb. This video is just littered with incorrect information, corny jokes, and just everything wrong with a theory video. This shit is worse than MatPat. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, just comment, like, subscribe. I still need time to recover from this. What the fuck is this guy even saying?